The later in the day, obviously the ground is going to have more time to heat up, and that's going to affect their paws, but that's also how they take on the heat, is through their feet. So when you're out here hiking, it may not feel like the temperature is that warm, but the ground is very hot. So think about testing the temperature of the ground with your hand, and if it's hot to your hand, that's how it feels on their paws. The law states that you're not supposed to have your dog out here over 100 degrees, but still, consider that. That's a very high temperature for a dog. That blacktop's going to be twice as hot in the middle of the afternoon, so just be cognizant of what it feels like outside. You're going to bring water for yourself, but you need to bring water for your dog as well. And sometimes they get so warm that pouring it on top of them is important too. So taking breaks, giving them some water. When you're taking a break, make sure you're doing it in the shade. And when you're halfway through your water, that means you're halfway through your hike, so you need to head back. Don't be trying to get your best time for the hike on the mountain. You have to realize it's very taxing for your animal. You're going to see the panting, of course, and that could be real early on, but when they're frothing at the mouth, when they're pulling you, when they're making you stop, or they're wanting to rest in the shade, pay attention to those signs. That could be a real late warning even that they're suffering and you need to stop. Stop, make sure you give them some water, get some water on top of them, let them cool, and don't start again until you feel that they have really recovered. They're really low to the ground, and again, they're touching that surface with their paws. That's where their heat is radiating off of. They're also closer to the rocks that are getting warm. You've got critters down there when you're hiking with your pets, so it's spiders and scorpions, but there's also rattlesnakes out. It's perfect rattlesnake temperature right now, and your dogs are going to get into those nooks and crannies and look for them. And if they're not rattlesnake trained or they're not used to listening for that rattle, they could be in danger. When you do come to the park, if you're deciding that maybe you feel it's a little too warm for your dog to hike, so you decide to venture off on your own and leave the dog in the car, that's actually even more dangerous. So just go ahead and leave them at home.